Welcome to my YouTube channel, everyone. I welcome you to Trapo Colo. I welcome you back again. You must have seen something there. But before we talk about it, you know it already from previous video, but I have to, first of all, show you what came out of it to be what it is right now. You see, yeah, these are the, it was formerly solid. It's still solid, but now it's softer than strong as it was before. This is part of it. This is part of it. So if you looked at the previous video, you must have noticed that, you must have noticed that in the previous video that we were still working on it. Spoke shelving and going deeper is one of it. Two is one is good, two is better is another, but there's another sculpture. Now, my dear people, I just wanted to share again the result of what has happened so far. Okay? Yeah. This is your Ifanye trying to prove to you that you just have, there's a word they call believable. And I have problem with, belief when we are talking about practical things. You know, somebody would say, do it, show us so that it will be believable. Okay? I'm just looking for a way of putting this content to something reasonable to you all. So, sorry for the shaky camera. I've been working, I've been sanding it down with flex because this is, as I said at the beginning, this is oak tree. So I had needed to sand it down with a flex, and that's the another stage, after getting the wood out with a jigsaw, not a jigsaw, actually it's a motorized saw. The next will be carving it to get the shapes out. Okay? Yeah, for those that like the behind, I'll show it to you. It's all what God created, and we are trying to recreate it as sculptures. So you are allowed to watch, okay? So I hope you enjoy what you're seeing. So that's it. But let's get back to the sculptural process, which is also something that I use in my topics of trying to explain to people what life is all about. Yes, moto, we call it moto sege. I'm just trying to, please help me out and tell me what your your uh, your saw blade or saw. Why am I forgetting these words in English? Okay, I call it motosege. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to use the make. If I should use the make, it will look as if I'm trying to um, uh, make make an advertisement, But all the same, indirectly, they are being advertised, So now, after that stage of cutting it out of the wood, and making sure that you have the uh, scaling out, scaling down, bringing out the figure first with the motor saw. After that, you get into carving uh, with your chisels and gouges. After which you go to spoke shelving in order to see what you're doing before continuing. And after those stages, the next thing that comes is deciding on leaving it spoke shaved or going further to go deeper so that you can get the grains out. Okay, even from that distance, you can see the grains already. Okay, yeah. So I wanted to show you the process. That's why this video uh, got into third 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 series, and now this could be the fourth, and there is going to be the fifth because there's going to be hand sanding. I'm going to do some grades of sanding here. I think my last sanding on oak tree is about 650, or maybe I will leave it at 400, But 650 could give me more if I go further. But in oak, by 400, 420 or 480, as the case may be, you've already done a great deal of job. So now, showing you all this process is trying to make it believable. I'm using your words because that's the words that most of you are, known to. But I still have a problem because I use those processes to talk about our daily life. I still have a problem with saying believable because believable means accepting without knowing. Okay? So, but in this case, Ifani, your host, the person you're looking at now, the man that is chasing cloud but wants to be useful, he he's trying to show you the process, okay? And the result is always what people look at. Some people skip the video and get to the last period in order to see what he's doing. But you see, while I'm showing you this, I'm philosophizing with you. I'm thinking about why should we use the word believe in a process that is practical. You've seen when I started it. I started it with the video that I called Show to Clarify. Yeah. Jesus Christ, I'm remembering all my videos. I'm at 100 and something, and I'm so please subscribe so that Ifeanyi will continue remembering his his videos. Show to Clarify was the first, and then I can't do the chronicle of how it went, but I think you have spoke shelving and detailing. You have going deeper. These are processes that we had when we were producing this. Okay? And we talked about a lot of philosophical aspects, of going deeper, and trying to detail things out the way they should be. Yeah, that's my content. That's what I try to do with my profession. And still, there should be need to prove to you that these things were done by this individual. You see, it will help you further to achieve more if you are shown that the man did while producing that piece that you are admiring. Okay? Can you see that? Am I focused well because I'm using the front camera? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah. That's the figure that I've been doing with all those videos, and we've been talking philosophically. But I really have to show you that I did it. Just take a look. That's what came out of it. And that brings us to the verse where it is said, out of dust we were made, and back to dust we go. That's my own version, You have the King James version and you have Ifeanyi's C. Cool version. So you can imagine this is solid because when the nature makes it compacted, it stays as a solid material. But when some energy is applied, it turns to dust. Just like we all are going to turn to dust one day. But for now that we are still solid, I want us to be good to one another. Don't just be believable, make yourself and knowledgeable. That's it. Make yourself knowledgeable. I have to turn back before the video because I just wanted to do 10 minutes video for you people to see the result. All the result video are going to be 10-minute video. Afterwards, I'm going to do a playlist to show it in one video. So right now, you have it. That's what most of you like to see, okay? So you can see the grains are coming out. Believe me, this sculpture is going to be beautiful because I already had used this wood somewhere else, and the wood is really a good one, okay? The wood, oak is strong. But you see, I have to walk outside today. Do you know why I have to walk outside? Because, the dust particles are not, are not that heady if you, take it in. Okay, so, and don't forget, this is over 80 years old tree, oak tree. This is over 80 years, having a diameter of over 50, the diameter is of over 50, here. But this is, I have it right now at 40, but I knew that I cut it out, and the other side, made it to be about 45, 50 centimeter diameter, okay? So I have to tell you people to just don't be believable, make yourself and knowledgeable. Make yourself knowledgeable. And that's the reason why these raw cut videos are coming to you. Please forgive me for not using effects. Forgive me for not using backdrop. Forgive me for not using filters. What you see is what you get. And I'm giving it to you real because there has to be contrast, in order we see. So that contrast is what you're experiencing here in Trap Okolo Ifeanyi C Cool channel. Please subscribe and help me to grow so that we can grow together. It's all about solidarity to the community with positivity. Solidarity to the community with positivity. That's the motto. And again, this portion of the video is talking about being knowledgeable. Knowledgeable in the sense is that you are giving out. It's not just accepting, you are giving the knowledge also. I don't want you to believe this. I want you to know it. I did it for you, and I wanted you to see the process. That's why I took the painstaking to, even in this code, come outside. You can see how I look. That's your Ifeanyi for you. You see that? And I'm enjoying myself also because I know that I'm sharing with beautiful people like you. So that's it. I wish you luck and continue being good to your neighbor and do your duty. Don't be lazy. Until soon. Bye for now. Peace to the world.